Welcome, 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 trivalent beings of spirit, mind, and body. Time for the Ask Doc Alkebulanese Solution Show, sponsored by Prometheus Reborn Universal Foundation, also known as Proof. Its mission is to spread the trivalent understanding noetics, featuring stand-up philosophy that includes anthropology, psychology, biology, metaphysics, medicine, psychodrama, comedy, and music through a genre called edutainment, educating while entertaining, coined by KRS-One. The host of this wonderful show is Dr. Kwaku L. Carlisle Woods, RN, MD, MED-D1, and myself, co-host, Dr. Hamida Rockman Woods, MED, PhD, MED-D2. Greetings. We've had technical difficulties. And so we're so happy to be with you tonight, live. Tonight's show, well, first of all, I have the PH.
I have the M.
My husband and I have D's.
We both have D's.
And that makes us?
Doc Square.
Yes. The title of the day's show is You, Your Own Understanding, and Your Face.
Woo. But before we get to that, I missed y'all. I have missed you for the last 3 weeks, and every time we put a show together and attempted to give it to you, the Most High said no. I am glad that we get a chance to do that today. Yes. Mm-hmm. And the first part of today's show is going to be not the trivalent understanding noetics. And that's what Face Up is about. The first part of our show is going to be Ken Burns. The guy who does all the history, Ken Burns in Civil War, Ken Burns World War II, Ken Burns, does all those PBS specials on history. He did a commencement address. Was it at Hofstra? No, it was at some Jewish college. But every American, in order to be an American, needs to go watch that video twice. You need to go see Ken Burns' commencement address, and you need to watch it twice. This brother put so much truth to the country and to all of these graduates, and it was a whole slew of them. But at the end of his historic, cultural, anthropological examination of reality, he gives you some true, pure, honest-to-God, heartfelt facts about Lion 44.5 and what he plans for America. If you do not hear this, you will be uninformed. That's thing number one. Go watch Ken Burns' commencement twice. Thing number two. Okay. The one thing that has been on most of the media's mind for the last week has been Jasmine Crockett. Woo! Jasmine Crockett, congressperson from great state of Texas. They tell you, don't mess with Texas. Do not mess with Texas. A strange woman, Moscow March, decided she wouldn't want to follow that rule. She was going to mess with Texas. And Jasmine Crockett called her 6 of the 7 B's. Now, I'm going to add the 7th one. She called her a bleach blonde, bad-built, butch body bitch. She didn't put the bitch on there. That's mine. But she said there was another B that she wanted to call her, but she couldn't do it in Congress. I think I can do it. We will see. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Will live in infamy all the days of her life. From that 6 B's. Bleach blonde, bad built, butch bodied bitch. Oh my God. David Owosu! He's with us. Thank you. Thank you. So does anything goes with Carla. Carla says got sound. You can get us. All right. Last but not least, I've been talking to you almost weekly, except for the last 3 weeks, about guerrilla concerts that the Hip Hope Trio Plus will be performing at. The first one is for Wacky Burst. This will be this Saturday at 11 p.m. That's right around the corner from Shaker Square on Larchmere. 130 10 Larchmere. It's right across from, what's the name of the bookstore, baby?
Loganberry.
Loganberry Bookstore. It's right across the street from it. You got to walk up some steps to get there, but we're going to be outside if the Lord says the same and the ancestors agree. We're going to be changing everybody who listens to us. We're going to play for about 15, 20 minutes, so you better get your butt there and check it out.
I shade.
We also have upcoming pending at Asian Town Festival. We talked to Steve, and he's going to get back with us and let us know. And what's our boys down at the Forum?
Down at the Forum is Steve.
No.
I apologize. It's Jay. Let me find his name down at the Forum, down at Ridolph.
That's what I was thinking for.
Oh, you're looking
Ridolph.
for Ridolph. Okay, good.
Ridolph. We've done a few things down there, and we're probably going to do some more. And we also have about 5 or 6 other locations all scouted out, and we're just waiting for permission from the Parks Department.
Kimon is who we're
working
with.
We talked to Mon.
Did we give a shout out to everyone that has joined us so far?
I
heard
talked about
Carla, and then the twins,
Matt Kendall.
and
What's
then
up, boy?
Papa Matthew,
Papa Matt.
and then David.
I talked about
Love you
David,
too.
and
Okay.
anything goes with Carla.
Again.
And
then-
Devon Jones.
Oh, that is Kenya.
Hey,
Greetings,
y'all.
Kenya.
And
David again.
says he's honored, my king.
We love you. We love
Didn't
all
know
of
I was
y'all.
royalty.
Thank you so much
Hey,
for
Doc.
supporting
Yes,
us
sir.
and
I'm
sharing.
going to ask everyone who's watching
Uh-huh.
to please share and get these likes up and these subscribers. Please,
Please.
share everyone, each one, reach
Please.
one.
Ow, I like
I
that.
shade.
Actually,
I like that.
reach about 20. Share it to about 20
Each
people.
one reach 10.
Yeah, I said 20. I'm being greedy.
That'd be you, Nick. But we love you anyway.
Everybody share this and post this right now so we can get the likes up and get people engaged and face up.
Yeah.
Share.
You gotta,
Now-
you gotta face up to yourself.
You do. And speaking of that, let's get to that. I want everybody to look at my face. Is that a 74-year-old face? Because that's how many years I've been here.
That's good, honey.
I don't see too much age. I look like about 50. Maybe that. Maybe even less. 45. But at least a portion of the reasons why my face looks like my face is that I do something to my face that most people never do, and that is exercise the muscles of your face. Very, very, very important that you do so not just to look good, but to feel good, because your face is the only portion of your body that has afferent and efferent nerves to the brain. Now, let me explain what that means. Efferent nerves means that your brain tells the muscles of your face how to contract. The afferent muscles that go from your face muscles to your brain tells your brain how to feel. Everybody out there looking at me, I want you to do this. Do that to your face. How do you feel? Uh-huh. You're going to feel good. You're going to feel a little happiness. You're going to feel a little joy. Though there is nothing in your reality except the muscles of your face that gives you that emotion. Now, do this. How you feel? Nothing out here happened, but I'm feeling angry. Simply because the muscles of my face are telling my brain, specifically my limbic system, how to feel. It is very, very, very important that you understand this, because until I understood it, I didn't know why there was so much violence and aggression in the hood. But everybody in the hood is wearing the mug. And that mug makes you feel, and nothing going on in your world that should be making you feel that way. Just your face. Okay? So, we're going to go into face up. First slide, please.
Ready.
Face up is taught in 3 components: the physical movements, the affirmation, and lastly, the visualizations. Now, before we go any further, the physical movements are for the muscles of your face as well as for the limbic system of your brain. The affirmations are primarily for your limbic system and your mind. The visualizations are for your spirit. And linking these movements to your spirit, to the visualizations, allows you to get some of the muscle energy simply by visualizing the visualization. Okay? Next slide. The physical movements are the first thing we're going to go through. The physical movements start, believe it or not, right here, because your face starts right here. This is the anterior superior tubercle of the humerus, this little bump right here. It attaches to the clavicle, this little bone that goes across and fastens right here. That's where your face muscles start, and that's where muscles start having this two-way connection to your brain. It takes orders from your brain and gives your mind orders about emotions. Okay? All of the movements consist of rapid contraction and relaxation. They concentrate on muscles that have a large input into the reticular activating system. The reticular activating system is a part of your mind that connects to your limbic system that is primarily emotional. All of your emotional states are stored in the reticular activating system. In doing face up, you start with a low number of repetitions, and then you slowly increase those reps as you get better. All right? Okie dokie. Okay. The position while exercising is the next thing that we're going to discuss. And face up is very, very flexible. It can be done while sitting or standing. Your head needs to be erect with the chin slightly lifted. Do not eat, shower, or engage in other strenuous activity prior to face up. It will steal away not only your energy, but your blood flow from your face. Commence exercise in a comfortable, relatively quiet room. Hold on, one warning. Okay, put the screen back on me, please. Warning. Sometimes you need to watch where and when you are doing face up. The first exercise that we're going to study is this. Exercises the muscles around the mouth, lips, and to an extent, the soft palate and tongue. Now, the affirmation is I will guard what goes in
Image?
and out of. No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Apologize.
Not yet. The affirmation is I will guard what goes into and out of my mouth. The visualization is a warrior standing right in front of your mouth to knock out bad things that would come into your mouth that you shouldn't be eating or consuming or drinking, and to push back words and statements you should not be saying and sharing with others. Now, you can do this anywhere, except one day I'm leaving the house, I'm going down to take care of some business. I make the turn off of Martin Luther King onto Kinsman. I am going down the street and I am doing this exercise. I stop at the light at the bottom of the hill and a car pulls up next to me on the driver's side. I simply turn, still doing the exercise, and look at the driver in the car. Well, there was a passenger in the car, really. And the passenger in the car looked at me like, and then started smiling. And he started doing this too. I roared through that red light on down to the next corner and made a right turn. I had given him the wrong impression by that exercise. So you might want to watch where you do this exercise so nobody gets the wrong impression. All right? Now, next slide.
It's up and ready.
Okay, the orbicularis oris, that's the muscle that goes around your mouth. The triangularis mentalis, well, the triangularis is on the corners of your mouth, and the mentalis is at the bottom. Rapid extension, then relaxation of the muscle group. Point the chin up, kiss the sky. Again, the affirmation is, I will guard what goes into and out of my mouth. And the visualization is a warrior of some type. I use, believe it or not, a Maasai warrior, the lion killers. You can use whatever you want. My wife has a female warrior that's guarding hers.
Mm-hmm.
You choose somebody who you feel comfortable will protect you.
Mm-hmm.
And it is fighting disabling things going into or out of your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next exercise. Okay. Okay.
Right.
Yes. The next exercise. This is exercise number 2. It is a subglottal. That's a muscle under your tongue. Lingual, that's basically the tongue itself. The hypoglossal and hyoid muscles. These are muscles in the back of your throat. Rapid extension and retraction of the tongue. And this is alternated with lateral movement of the tongue. Okay. Show me on camera. Now, don't try to do it as fast as I do, because I've been practicing for years. But 1, and this is 2. Okay, it's hard for me to slow it down.
Mm.
Now, you practice this exercise, your kissing and your lovemaking will improve immeasurably. Okay, next slide, please. And I think probably after each one of these slides, you're going to take a look at my face as I do the exercise.
Ready.
Ready. This is the buccinator. Also does the orbicularis oris and the zygomaticus. This is trumpet or bugle playing, a cavalry charge. A charge goes like this. But you'll be playing it. Okay. Photo on me. Okay. Now, when you get really, really, really good, you can do this.
Just for anybody tuning in, this is not a warning. This is live.
This is live.
From Memorex.
Okay. Now, believe it or not, that's called circular breathing, and I can do that all day. I don't have to stop. I don't have to pause. I don't have to, But that's after you've been doing that a while. And again, I will sound the call of my own courage. And the visualization is you are at the head of a troop of cavalry, and you are riding to the rescue of a wagon train that is in a circle with Native Americans riding all around them, shooting arrows and screaming and stuff. And you got about 50 or 100 cavalrymen behind you, and you are leading the charge. Now, last part of the visualization. The leader of the cavalry charge, every member of the cavalry regiment that's riding to the rescue, all of the men and women in the wagon train, and every one of the Native Americans is you. All of them have your face. All of them are you. You are riding to your own rescue. Okay? All righty. Next slide, please. Hot dog. I'm starting to enjoy this again just like before. Okie doke. Exercise number 4. This is the muscles called the rhizoras, the zygomaticus minor. I love that muscle. Levator anguli oris, levator labii superioris. Now, these are the rhizoras, these muscles right here on the top lip, top of your lip on the sides. The zygomaticus minor is the muscle at the bottom of your lips.
Next slide, that way you don't have to tell you.
The levator anguli oris are the corners of your mouth. And the levator labii superioris is the top center of your lips. Now, it's a broad smile while retracting the upper lip. Rapid and rhythmic contractions, and you repeat this several times. Show me on camera again. Let me. That's exercise number 4. Pull it, hold it, let it go. Pull it, hold it, let it go. Okay. Let's go back to the slide for just 1 second. Oh, that's all right. That's all right. I don't need to. Pessimism is the refuge of cowards, is the affirmation. Pessimism, being pessimistic, looking at the bad side of things, always looking for problems, always talking about troubles. Pessimism is the refuge of cowards. And the visualization is a bunch of naked people with looks of fear and regret all over their face, and they got a big shield up. They're holding this shield to protect anybody from seeing their face. And on the front of the shield is an angry face, pessimistic as hell. Pessimism is the refuge of cowards. Okay, next exercise. Exercise number 5. Ah, yes. This is the exercise that I perform probably more than any other. Because with this exercise, I exercise most of my face. This is the face-up exercise. It exercises the zygomaticus major and minor, and the platysma and buccinator. One more time, me. Hey! Okay. That's the exercise. These are the zygomaticus, major, minor. This is a platysma. Again, I told you your face starts right here, and it starts at the platysma. The exercise is okay. Let me back up just a hair.
And I did leave the affirmation up.
Great. You got an enemy because you're a human being and you use bipedal locomotion, which means you walk on 2 legs. As a result of that, you have an enemy that's called gravity. And gravity wants to pull everything down. That's why as we get older, our faces sag. Our neck muscles sag. All of the stuff that gravity is pulling down. And you usually tell somebody's face by how gravity has affected it. You see little to none of that on my face, primarily because of the exercises I do are all anti-gravity exercises. And this one is the biggest anti-gravity. It pulls all of this up and pulls all of this up and fights gravity. The affirmation is, I will face up to my God, my ancestors, and my own individuality. I will face up to my God, your higher power by whatever name you know him, my ancestors, and my own individuality. The fact that I have all dualisms within me. The visualization is you're walking up a small hill, and at the crest of the hill is a bright purple-white light. And around the crest of the hill is a group of your ancestors all smiling and grinning at you and beckoning you to come on. That you are bringing your life's purpose, your life's learnings to add to theirs. Next slide, please. Okie dokie. This is coming quite along. Exercise number 6. Okay, now this is going to be very, very difficult because we're going to have to switch back and forth between this slide and me. Switch to me. Now look at my nose. Notice that my nose goes down. If you were, that's it. Now, my nose is pushing my finger down. You're going to have to practice to be able to do this. I could not do this when I first was putting this together. It took me several weeks before I could do that. Now, I can do it all the time. Okay, the affirmation. I will keep my nose clean. I will keep my nose to the grindstone and my nose out of other people's business. Yeah. Okay, visualization is real easy. It goes along with the affirmation. You see yourself wiping your nose clean before putting it to a grinding wheel. And you see yourself pulling your nose out of other people's rear ends, their business. Okay, visualizing that will keep you squared up. James Holder.
All right, OG
What's
joined
up?
us. Greetings, OG.
Y'all, I'm enjoying the show, he says.
Good.
I'm glad that you are, my brother. We need to talk. Give me a call when you are free. Next slide, please. I love my job. Okie dokie. Now, this is kind of easier. All you got to do is wrinkle your nose. Okay. That's it. Instead of your nose coming down like that, it actually goes up like that. And you're wrinkling your nose like you're smelling something bad. Okay, let's go back to the slide one time. And we will give you the affirmation, which is...
Imagine this.
Oh, wait a minute. No, okay, there we go. I will understand what I know and learn what I understand. I forgot this affirmation, and I have not been using it like I need to. I will understand what I know. Knowing is emotional, spiritual. It happens in a part of your mind called the limbic system. It's emotional, spiritual because you feel an emotion when there is something going on in your limbic system. And everybody comes here, believe it or not, with all the knowing they will ever need. You know things without understanding them at all. Understanding happens in the cerebral hemispheres right inside your skull, right on the surface of your brain. Understanding has to do with thinking, just like knowing has to do with feeling and emotion. Again, I will understand what I know, and I will learn what I understand. Learning means that you practice an understanding until it becomes part of you. Once it becomes part of you, you have learned it.
And for those of you who have just joined us, this is Face Up. And our niece just joined us, Alicia.
Alicia!
Happy to see you
Hi,
and learning
family.
something new. Yes, you know, we love to show off the Trivalent Understanding Noetics and share
Absolutely.
for others to see.
Speaking of see, how many of y'all like trees? Because I want to show you one that I kind of like.
Come down some.
This one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Painted it last week. It's a tree of life.
Mm-hmm.
Of course it is.
Hey Doc, I agree with one of the comments right there by James Holders,
Uh-huh.
aka OG Shankster in the house.
Yo!
He says, make sure you share.
Oh,
Everybody.
Reminding everybody to share. Yes.
Yes, we said that
Thumbs
earlier.
up.
Yes.
Thanks, OG.
Follow. Subscribe.
Absolutely. These are things that we can get never enough of. Okay.
Did you finish with that one?
Yes, I did.
Alrighty.
Okay. Now, the next one is going to be real easy for some of you and real difficult for others. Eli nasal. It's supposed to be nasal.
Okay.
They spelled it wrong.
I did.
A nasalis. No, okay. Well, whatever.
Or they did.
They did. I
Told me
think
that.
they did. Okay. This strengthens the middle of your face and actually improves respiration. And all you do is flare your nostrils. Okay. Take a look at my face. Show my face and watch my nostrils. Notice how the middle of my face tightens up every time I do this. Look at that. All of these are places where you notice I don't have any wrinkles, like most folks. Here, here. Watch again when I do this exercise. That stops those wrinkles from ever developing. Okay. This, I love the affirmation to this. Christ lifts me. That's a wrong affirmation. Wrong affirmation. The affirmation should say, Christ lifts me as I lift others.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We are not referring to Jesus Christ, who never existed. Yeshua ben Yosef may have existed, but there was no J's in Hebrew alphabet when this guy was born. So he couldn't have been called Jesus. I'm not talking about him anyway. We're talking about the Christ principle, that portion of humanity that moves us toward the idea of the best of us. Yes. Now, what I normally visualize is myself with my arms straight out like I'm on a cross. And I am being lifted up into the air by my shoulders and my back of my neck. There is an energy that's lifting me up. In each of my hands is the back of the neck of another individual, one on my left and one on my right. And as I get lifted, they get lifted. Now, let me tell you the truth about this. Anytime you enable another person by generosity, by honesty, by any moral value, your own moral value gets elevated. When you elevate others, you are elevated. When you reject others, depress others, inhibit and disable others, you yourself are inhibited, disabled, and all the rest of the stuff. Okay, I don't know, I gotta work with my code here, make sure I'm right. This is a humanistic attribute that I only found out by making this particular exercise. And once the exercise was exercised and the affirmation said, I could see the actions in my own life and in everybody else's life I know about. Christ lifts me as I lift others. I don't lift others, I don't get lifted. Look at line 44.5. He lifts who? Only himself. He lifts nobody else. He don't lift his children. He don't lift his wife. He don't lift nobody. Never has. Been trained by his ignorant, stupid father to be that way. His father was exactly the same way, lifting no one. Not his sons, not his wife, nobody. And they were not lifted by anything. Sad but true. Okay, moving on to the next one. Oh, yes, I love it. I do love it.
Hey, Doc, I see somebody, Marquita Higgins has shared. Somebody was listening. I see it right there on the screen.
Okay.
To the left there.
To the left. I'm looking to the left. I'm trying to see it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it now. Marquita Higgins has shared. You go, girl.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Marquita. Ha ha.
What did I say?
All right. Orbicularis oculi. Okay. Let me ask another question that got nothing to do with face up. Take a look at my face again. Okay, my face again. There it is. I knew it was in front of my head. Okay. Now, do you look at my face? Do you notice something missing from a 74-year-old man? Something missing. How about glasses? I used to wear glasses. Until I started doing exercise for the muscles of my eyes. And then suddenly I did not need glasses anymore, and I had 20/20 vision. Your eye is controlled by 6 different muscles. And if you do not exercise those muscle groups, just like all muscles, they deteriorate. They get flabby. They don't work as well. And now your vision starts to fail. Imagine that. We have a special set of exercises for the eye called deep vision. We just exercise some of the exterior muscles of the eye in face up. So let's go back to the slide. The orbicularis oculi is the round muscle that goes around your eye. It's really divided into 3 different sections, and you see the 3 sections right there: the superioris, the medialis, and the inferior. Okay. It also works the muscle that works your eyelid. That's called the orbicularis oculi. The outer frontalis and the depressor supercilii are muscles that close your eyes, or they assist to. And the procerus makes your eye move left to right. Now, the exercise is rapid and forceful, opening and closing your eyes. And again, I tell you about deep vision. I saw I saw that was going to be necessary. Now, take a look at my face again. Here we go. Now, notice when I do the open, I'm straining to get as much open as I can, and then squeezing down as tight as I can. Open as wide as I can, tight as I can. Open wide, tight as tight. Open wide, tight as tight. Open wide, tight as tight. That is the exercise. Okay, the affirmation. I will see the world with new vision, untinted by my old fears. Again, I will see the world with new visions, untinted by my old fears. Now, visualization, you are, me, myself personally, I'm walking down a street. I'm walking actually down a street in Paris, France, called the Champs-Élysées. They got sidewalk cafes all along the Champs-Élysées. And I'm walking by one of the sidewalk cafes. I'm wearing rose-colored glasses. I go and sit down at one of the tables, and as I sit down, I take off the rose-colored glasses. I see the world with new vision, untinted by my old fears. Walking, seat, I see the world with new vision, untinted by my old fears. And see that in your spirit. See you taking off purple rose-colored glasses and now going to your normal vision. Visualize yourself doing that. Seeing the world with this new vision is seeing the world as it is. Not as you are told it is, not as you were explained and trained it was, but with a new understanding of your relationship to this world and your living. Now, the Hip Hop Trio Plus put a song together all about just that. One of the major things that we are trying to get people to do is not to see themselves as they have been told they are, but to see themselves as God sees them. God obviously does not see you like you see you, because God has all of the knowledge and information about where you came from and where you're going. You need to develop or try to. James Holder has shared.
Play the intro.
David has liked David Owusu. That's a beautiful thing. Okay, we got a song from the Hip Hop Trio Plus. It's called This Is the World We Live In. Okay. We had a little technical thing we had to deal with just then, but that technicality has been dealt with. So,
this is the world we live in. You can choose to transcend. This is the world we live in. You can choose to transcend. This is the world we live in. You can choose to transcend. Life has a purpose before we even came to existence. Everybody had a mission that we said we had to do. Beg the Most High to come back so that we can serve and fulfill what we said we here to do. But no, life isn't easy like that. We came into this world with a bunch of challenges, but luckily enough, the Most High got us blessed, giving us a grace that we naturally possess. So why do we sit around acting like we don't? Got so many gifts that we naturally own. We get here for greater things, we can feel it in the soul. Gotta go deep, gotta search the unknown. This is the world we live in. You can choose to transcend. This is the world we live in. You can choose to transcend. Talk to obey, giving paths to follow, not based on you. It's all kind of hollow. Your own understanding is best for your being. It's all about knowing. It's all about seeing that you. God sees the best. You believe it's all in your hands. Don't be deceived.
Well, I got a few questions, cause I really get guessing. What would you do if you really knew you? We're on a mission.
Teaching you to listen. Make images of what you hear.
Listening to spirit.
Not mine. It hears it. Forgot what I feel. Not me.
Yes, you can definitely choose to transcend it.
And that was the Hip Hop Trio Plus.
Yeah. Shelly K,
Mm-hmm.
her sister KK,
That's right.
my wife.
Yeah.
I love her. And I am the plus.
Yes.
Okay. That was an introduction of how and why you should consider taking the trivalent understanding classes, which start next Tuesday.
Yes, next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. We
Yeah.
already got a half
The
class.
third, Tuesday, the third.
We're looking for the rest of half of the class.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, 11014 Reservoir Place Drive.
Yes. And we'll you want to call and RSVP 216-375-2742. Again, 216-375-2742.
Okay. Wow, I like that. I enjoyed that. That made me feel good. Okay, next slide.
Ready?
Frontalis, procerus, and the temporalis. The frontalis, okay, take a look at me right here. This is your frontalis. The procerus sits right back here. And these are your temporalis muscles right here. And the exercise looks like this. You're raising your eyebrows as high as you can go and let them come back down. High as you can go, come back down. See these muscles right here? That's what's being worked. Notice any wrinkles or lines in my forehead? Hardly any at all, because I exercise those muscles somewhat regularly. It is a blessing. Okay, the affirmation is, I just elevated myself by one step. Now, you are on a step ladder, and you are taking one step up with your left leg, and you take that one step several times. You don't take the step with your right at all. You take that same step with that left leg, because you have just now completed 10 different face-up exercises. And you have just elevated yourself by one step. Woo-hoo! Yeah! Okay, y'all. Next slide, and we're getting down to it. Okay. This is kind of different. This is 3 ways to reinforce your new direction. The first involves elevation of your head against resistance. You raise your head from looking down to about 45 degrees looking up against your hand pushing on the back of your head. This will change you if you do it. Now, again, look at me. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Okay. You start this exercise with your head down like this, and your hand at the back of your head. You push down with this hand as you pull up with your head against the resistance. And you pull your head back until it is 45 degrees up. And then relax and let it go back down. And then do it again. And then relax and do it again. And every time you're doing it, I will raise my head and the heads of all mankind the required 45 degrees. That's what you say. Now, I got a problem. I got a problem with Christianity. I also have the same problem with Islam and Judaism, because they all tell you to pray with your head bowed. That makes absolutely no sense, logic, or physiology to me. The part of your brain that works most pronouncedly is the part of your brain that is the highest portion of your head. When you do this, you make the back animal portions of your brain function. But morals, contact, and even the idea of a supreme being is right here. It's in the front of your head. It is the front of your brain. It's called the frontal lobe. And when you elevate that frontal lobe, you are much more in contact with any higher power you wish to contact. Also, that's how you communicate with your ancestors. Now, one of the problems with gravity, as I told you before, it has many, many effects on many parts of your body. And one of the effects that it has is on your spine. And as a result of gravity's effects on your spine, over time, your spine changes and your posture also changes. People talk to me all the time about how young my energy is. Well, one of the reasons they say that is because I don't have the deterioration of the spine that most people have that makes their head do this. Because they're pulled by these two muscles called the sternocleidomastoid. And these muscles back here aren't strengthened to hold the head upright. This exercise, if practiced regularly, changes that. OG said he loved that song. You love that song. I kind of like it myself. This is truly the world we live in.
And Alicia is saying wow to the exercises. Yes, they're
And,
very
and he
effective.
also says, and we choose to do our part.
Yes,
Yeah,
he does. I
it's
was
a
about to,
choice.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, we hope everyone chooses to practice face up and all the tools that we show you here on the show.
Absolutement. Now, let's move on to number 12, an even dozen. Now, I told you last slide about these two muscles called the sternocleidomastoids. Show a close-up of me so I can, okay. This is the sternocleidomastoid muscle. Goes right behind your ear. This is your mastoid process. This is your sternum. That's where it connects to. It's the sternal. It goes across the clavicle, the clitoid, and it ends up at the mastoid. It is the sternocleidomastoid. Okay, to exercise this, you simply put your hand against the side of your head. Don't put it against your chin. Put it against your head, right at your jaw, and push against your hand. You turn your head while you're pushing against your hand. Then you put your other hand and you turn your head while pushing against your hand. And you keep doing this. Okay? Now, the affirmation is very simple and the visualization is very simple. I will turn from the wide path of death and destruction to the narrow trail of life enabled. Unfortunately, in the world that we live in, the path of death and destruction is wide, it is paved, and almost everybody that we know is on it. And they're heading straight toward death and destruction. Now, everybody is supposed to die. That's part of living in this reality. This reality is filled with sorrow and regret and anger, frustration, and all these negative things that we are sent here to face and to find solutions for. Being dead means that your time in that life is over, and now you must take those things that you have learned, those solutions to all of this life's problems, back with you to the place that the Akan called Y.O.U. The visualization of this is you see yourself turning from that wide paved path with many people walking ahead of you toward a narrow trail that's off to your left. There are very, very, very few people on this narrow dirt trail. You only see 2 people ahead of you. And one is about 10 feet ahead of you and one's about 30 feet ahead of you. Not too many people choose this path. Because they're not told that it exists, number one, and they're not told how to walk it, number 2. That's my job, and I'm trying to do it now.
Yes.
Hot dog. Okay. And now we come to the last exercise and face up. Really, really simple. This works on those same sternocleidomastoids as well as lateral cervicals. And take a look at me again. You put your hand against the side of your head and push sideways. Again, you can see this muscle right here? Tighten up. See how tight it gets? Now switch and go to the other side. I usually give myself about 5 pushes each side. And then I go to the other one. 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now try very hard to use the muscles of your neck and not your shoulders. Okay, that's using your shoulders and your neck muscles aren't really involved. You need to involve those muscles that you're trying to develop and strengthen. And your affirmation is, I will bend only for the Most High. Whatever name your higher power is, that's who you're supposed to be bending to. Nobody else, except maybe the ancestors, but that's the same thing as the Most High. Your mama, your father, your girlfriend, your wife, your children, your boss, none of them are supposed to make you bend from the path that God and the ancestors have put you here to walk. If you don't know what that path is, we can teach you how to find it. I can teach you how to find it in about 25 seconds. Mm-hmm. And we do this every day in our classes. Now, that is what life is about. Finding that path. Finding those challenges and finding the solutions to those challenges, to whatever makes you angry, frustrated, depressed, disabled. Those are things you're supposed to find solutions for. Those are life's challenges. That is our mission. That is the mission of everybody that has ever been alive. Because that's life. Now, hold on, because Global Entertainment has an Afropean cut called That's Life. It just so happens I do the chorus, I do the background, I'm playing the bass, and
Mostly hip hop, not Afropean.
yeah, it is mostly hip hop.
Yeah.
Papa Dale.
I have the flyer, so whenever you're ready to look at it.
Okay. Papa Dale does the part that I would love to mimic over here and just do lip sync to. I really sing this song. I've been singing it for 20 years. Papa Dale wrote this part that I would like to do, and he did it. He did it to death, but I like to do it to death too. So, hip hop, that's life.
featuring OG Shankster.
And Miles Alexander Keaton Smith, known as Humble G the Fiddler, and Papa Dale, as I said, and me, playing a lot of stuff.
Alicia, we appreciate your amens and ashe.
Yes, Alicia!
We feel you, dear niece.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
That is so beautiful.
Hey, yo, I'ma lay this on life for you. Listen, I don't mean to be precise. I heard life is a trick with mood swings. I can't please her about living in this ghetto life up in the streets. And she wonder why I act this way. But look at the influences I deal with every day. Hungry ass niggas stay with them stick up kids. Broke masterminds planning how to get in your grave. Get no confidence, you make it go back in the head. Make them do stupid shit for a slice of the bread. Listen closely, pay attention to these words that I'm spitting. It's not knowledge, it's a street intelligence that I'm giving. Shake Papa deal with Humble G on platinum mixes will make beats a legacy. And you can say it was written. So I planned out the hustle, I can't lead the struggle. I want that high blood is life. So my struggle is double my main life. Kills my dream, cause she envies the others and fill the streets with these snake-eating brothers with no respect for their mother. So they killing each other. Well, I guess they don't wanna see success. So I throw this life in the gutter.
That's life. I ain't keep. You gotta play it anywhere she goes.
Inhale, exhale, blow the smoke about your nose. We was all born to die, killing we all got to go, and that's life.
That's life. I ain't keep. You gotta play it anywhere she goes.
I'm telling cause my daddy told me to buy the groceries. And if a man don't work, then a man don't eat, and that's life.
Pop Dale got a message to go. It just depends on the folks who accepting the flows. You got haters out here, they reception is woes. They mad at the world, so they be stepping on toes. That's pretty practical. These causes are natural for folks to act that way. It turns them dramatical. It just ain't no way that I could be mad at you for you moving up in the world. I'll be happy too. No hate my blood, I separate the weak. Cause y'all ain't nothing but Satan, I devastate the beast. Maximum strength without taking Tylenol. Trying to spread this to folks that can't get right at all. Serious business, I got curious wishes of touching your mind and securing these fixes. Cause these wrongdoings, they done went too far. Mistakes is made from niggas trying to represent who we are.
That's life. I ain't keep. You gotta play it anywhere she goes.
You got to be about it for Jesus. Streets out here's going wild. Baby's killing mama.
I ain't keep.
Mama's killing dope.
Anywhere she goes.
Crack cocaine is spilled over into the gutter. We all gonna die. We all gonna die. Papa Dale! Humble G! OG Shankster!
I wonder if the Lord can forgive me. Save my soul from past crimes in this industry. Send down your blessings from heaven and let it rain, Lord. I'm soaking wet and I'm stressing through all this pain, Lord. Scattered killings and drug dealers, will it ever cease? I walk the streets and seen the beast already been released. Body bags in every city piling up the graves. Politicians for propositions while they getting paid. Listen closely and pay attention to the signs, y'all. Evil minds will make the strongest nigga blind, y'all. Slip and fall and miss his calls if you're not prepared. Alcohol will make you crawl, playing truth or dare. 45s and expeditions doing drive-bys. Taking lives in close collisions when we ride by. Painting pictures of bloody rivers headed down the block. All figures and naked niggas in the body box. Who holds the key to this life? That's life. I ain't keep. Gotta play it anywhere she goes.
Inhale, exhale, blow the smoke about your nose. We was all born to die, killer, we all got to go, and that's life.
That's life. I ain't keep. You gotta play it anywhere she goes.
Cause my daddy told me to buy the groceries. And if a man don't work, then a man don't eat, and that's life.
That's life. I ain't keep. You gotta play it anywhere she goes.
Inhale, exhale, blow the smoke about your nose. We was all born to die, killer, we all got to go, and that's life.
That's life. I ain't keep. You gotta play it anywhere she goes.
Cause my daddy told me to buy the groceries. And if a man don't work, then a man don't eat, and that's life.
That's life. I ain't keep. You gotta play it anywhere she goes.
I'm telling ya.
That's life. I ain't keep. You gotta play it anywhere she goes.
I'm telling ya.
That's life. I ain't keep. You gotta play it anywhere she goes.
I'm telling ya.
You gotta play it anywhere you go. I'm telling ya.
All right now, y'all. And that is OG
Shankster.
and the Global
Global Entertainment.
Entertainment crew.
Now, it does piss me off that he mentioned OG Shankster, Humble G, Papa Dale. But he didn't say nothing about the brother who was singing all the background, who wrote the song, who played the bass, and who arranged all the parts together.
And name not even
Me.
on the song.
Name not even there.
Ooh-wee.
That's all right. I love him anyway.
Yeah, we know.
Okay, y'all, that's through.
Yeah.
Except we have our next class coming up June the 3rd, Monday at 6. We give you the time and the place. 11014 Reservoir Place Drive, Cleveland, Ohio, 44104. And if you really want to get in, you need to call area code 216-375-2742. We gave it to you before. We're going to give it to you again. Area code 216-375-2742.
Get connected to your spiritual responsibility
Absolutely.
in reference to you, your own understanding.
And what we're giving you now is just a taste, just a sample. Come to our Gorilla concert, you get a little bit more, but come to our classes and you will get it all. Okay?
And again, the Gorilla concert is this Saturday at 11 o'clock. And I thought I had the flyer in front of me. I picked up the wrong one. It is on Lodgemere, and it is across the street from Loganberry Bookstore.
I had it in here. Oh, there it is on the floor. It fell
Okay,
out.
cool. We got it.
Okay. Here you go.
All righty. So now, the name of it is Fairwaky Burst. And it's spelled F-A-W-A-K-Y. Burst. B-U-R-S-T.
For Wacky Burst.
Good, Baraki Burst.
For Wacky
And
Burst. That's what it says.
the address is 13012 Lodgemere Boulevard. And if we can get a close-up, if that's possible.
You got to give it to Doc.
No, you got to give it here.
All righty.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, then
Booyahski. There it is.
for outro.
13010 Larchmere Boulevard. For Wacky Burst.
They got another location, too.
They sure do. In Ansel Road, we'll be doing that at some point in time later.
Here come, I need some help.
Okay. I think that's our show, y'all.
Yes, I'm looking for the outro.
Now, anybody have any questions? I'm sorry, we lost one of our personnel. There was a graduation that had to be attended. So we did not take phone calls and questions today. We will be doing it next Wednesday if the Lord says the same and the ancestors agree. We cannot thank you for all the time and attention that you have devoted to listening to our program and sharing it with others.
Yes.
All of you, may the Lord bless you and the ancestors continue to protect you.
Yes.
And as my wife and we always say,
Peace.
which stands for
Proper education. Always corrects error.
Peace, y'all. Oh, you made it to the end of the video. Well, I am tired a little bit differently. I'm dressed as Baba Amwa. If you would like more of your own understanding, like, share, and subscribe.
Yes.
And go to the sites that we have listed around us. The Most High is good.
And the ancestors are kind
Thanks
for having us on your minds.
Peace.